this one here, two terms, the numbers are 6 and 6. If the numbers are the same, the greatest common factor is going to be that number because that's the biggest number you can divide out of both. So both of them are 6. There's no x's in both. So we're just going to put the 6 out. 6 divided by 6 is 1. I don't have to write the 1 because there's still that x there. Minus, and then 6 divided by 6 is 1. And I do have to write that 1 on the second one because there's nothing else left. Number 4. Notice there's no number they have in common, but they do have x's. And remember we talked about it's going to be the smallest exponent they have in common. So you're going to factor out an x cubed, and then parentheses write what's left. You've pulled everything out. So you do have to write that 1 minus, you had x to the 6, you pulled 3 out, so you have an x cubed left. Now for number 5, it's up to you. Usually if the first number is negative, I will pull out the negative sign. So you can pull out a negative 3. They don't have x's in common, so it's just the number. And then only the x is left. Now this sign here, notice because you pulled out a negative sign, in order to make this a positive, the sign has to flip to become a minus. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. So you can do it this way. Or if you just pull out just the 3, you can also do that as well. But then you would be left with a negative x here, and this would be a plus 3. Usually if the first number is a negative, I'll pull that negative out as well, but it's up to you. Number 6, notice only the numbers are common. Greatest common factor between 81 and 27. Again, if you're not sure to find that biggest number, do this. Start with the smaller number and list all the factors. So 1, 3, 9, 27. Take that biggest factor and check, can you also do 81 divided by 27? Yes, you can. So 27 is your greatest common factor. And if I divide that out, 81 divided by 27 is 3 minus 27 divided by 27 is just 1, but then I still have that x there. Okay, the next one, you have 3 terms, so you have to look for what's common to all 3 numbers. Again, you're looking for the biggest number that you can divide out of 36, 24, and 16. If you want, list all the factors of 16 and go from there. So start with the biggest factor. Can you do 24 divided by 16? Nope. Can you do 24 divided by 8? Yes. Can you do 36 divided by 8 though? Nope, so that can't be it. Can you do 24 divided by 4? Yes. Can you do 36 divided by 4? Yes. So this is the number that's your greatest common factor. So that's the 4. And then notice that 2 of the terms have x's, but not all 3. So you can't pull out an x. You can only pull what's out common to all the terms. So I'm only going to pull out a 4. 36 divided by 4 is a 9 minus 24 divided by 4 is a 6. There's still that x there. Plus 16 divided by 4 is 4. And then I also have that x squared. Okay, last one here. Let's look at all the numbers. So I have a 25, 10, and a 2. Okay, there is no number you can divide out of all 3 numbers, right? Start with the smallest number. The only factors of 2 are 1 and 2. I can do 10 divided by 2, but 25 doesn't divide by 2. So there's no number you can divide out. Let's look at the letters. All of them have an x, and the smallest is just 1. So I can pull out an x. Let's look at the y's. Do all of them have a y? Yes. And what's the smallest one? The smallest one is just 1y. Next, let's check our z's. Do all of them have a z? No, this middle one does not have a z, so you cannot pull a z out. So this is going to be your greatest common factor. And then let's write what's left in parentheses. I have the 25. The x is gone, the y is gone, but the z is still there. Plus the 10 is there. I had an x squared. I only pulled 1 out, so there's 1x left. The y is gone, minus. The 2 is still there. I have an x squared. The y is pulled out, and then I have a z squared. So make sure you're typing this in using that caret symbol on your calculator.